Hey guys, we're going to work with a word problem involving inequalities. And in this problem we have a recipe that's calling for tomatoes and onions. That's two different ingredients. We have the price of each ingredient. We have a little blurb about 3.5 times as many pounds of onions as tomatoes. And at the end it asks how many pounds of tomatoes can Alex buy if he only has 21.45. So we're going to let x equal the pounds of tomatoes since that's what we would like to find. We'd like some form of x to represent the pounds of onions as well so that we only have one variable in our equation. So looking back at the problem, we're going to look at that 3.5 times as many pounds of onions as tomatoes. So you'll ask yourself, which one does he need more of? 3.5 times as many pounds of onions. It looks like he needs more onions. So we can take the 3.5 and just say, okay, the onions are going to be 3.5, the pounds of onions are going to be 3.5 times the pounds of tomatoes. So 3.5x represents the pounds of onions. Now that you have that established, you can start thinking about, okay, when I buy all the, or when Alex buys all the tomatoes and the onions, he can be less than or equal to 21.45 because he can approach it, he can be equal to it, but he can't pass it. That's what makes it an inequality. And then we're going to put the prices on the pounds now. So the tomatoes cost $1.90 a pound, so that's going to be $1.90x. And the onions are $1.50 a pound. Since 3.5x represents the pound of onions, we're going to multiply the $1.50 times the 3.5x, and that'll give us the price of the onions. So in the problem we've got $1.90 times however many tomatoes, and we've got $1.50 times 3.5 more pounds of onions. So you can write your equation, or your inequality, 1.90x plus 1.50 times the 3.5x less than or equal to 21.45. The next thing you'll do is go ahead and multiply the $1.50 by the 3.5, and that's going to be 5.25x. Then on the left side of the inequality there's like terms, so you can combine those, and when you add $1.90 and 5.25, we're going to get 7.15. And as a final step, we're going to divide by the 7.15 on both sides. And you get x is less than or equal to 3. And what that's telling us is he can buy at most 3 pounds of tomatoes.